Brian here. I'm back again with another weekly update on my journey, on my keto transformation journey. I'm not gonna lie to you, it hasn't been the most perfect week. There were some things I messed up on, some not whole days, but some meals that I messed up on. So that was some of my lows of the week. I really have to work on portion control and just knowing when to stop eating. I tend to have an endless stomach, so I could eat a lot. So even the times that I ate well and on a ketogenic diet, even if I ate low carb, sometimes I overindulge. So I have to learn to portion control. I have to know when to stop, stuff like that. So I have to work on that. Some of my pluses that I still continue with the water. I need to, reach that goal of a gallon a day. I have not done that yet, but I'm working toward it. I did add some yoga this week, so I'm happy about that. I added some swimming this week. I'm happy about that. I just have to hit it daily. Pretty soon we're going to be entering the parks again, God willing. So I'm looking forward to just walking around in the parks. As hot as it's going to be, I think it's a great exercise. So I just can't wait to be walking around the parks and back in the parks. So that being said, I am about to weigh myself, and I'm going to take you inside in a minute. And I am going to add in today, I promise you it won't be as long-winded as the last video, but I am going to add in a low-carb cookie dough recipe. It's no bake. It's real quick. Very few ingredients, and it's real cool. You don't have to freeze this one. You can put it in the refrigerator to enjoy. So, again, I'm making this one for the first time, so hopefully it won't go as bad as last week's buttercream bombs, which were good, but I had a problem melting the chocolate. So I'm looking forward to doing that recipe with you guys. All right, I'll see you.
All right, Brian, are you ready?
All right, so I'm back again. I promise you guys. I'm just going to weigh myself in. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see how this week went.
$418. Hey.
All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, so I did go over my lows for the week, so I am happy with that number despite my falls this week. I always get myself ready when I weigh in for it to be the same, for it to be more, for it to be less. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not discouraged if it was the same. I'm also not discouraged if I gain, because we're all human beings. It's going to happen to us all. Sometimes it's not just about the numbers. It's about how you feel, how you look in clothes, how you look in some of your old clothes. So I'm not too pressed about whatever number is on the scale. Obviously, I do want it to go down, but I'm doing this each week, so I'm not going to drive myself crazy. I do like weighing in, but I'm not going to let that get to me mentally. So, as promised, in a few seconds, I'm going to show you that low-carb cookie dough recipe, all right? So let me get the kitchen ready, and I'll see you in a few. Hey guys, I'm back as promised with that low-carb cookie dough recipe. Now, some of you might even consider this a fat bomb because it's so high in fat. So what you're going to need for this recipe is just a few ingredients. Most of you should have by now in your kitchen. So we're going to start with a block of cream cheese, Philadelphia. It's the lowest carb and has the best ingredients. We are going to also have a stick of butter. Both are at room temperature. We're going to have some pink Himalayan salt, some erythritol or sugar substitute, Lily's baking chips and chocolate chips.
What's that?
Why is this? Because these are very low carb.
Okay.
It's dark chocolate, and if you see, it has total carb is 8, but dietary fiber is 5, and you subtract them. 8 minus 5 is 3. So it's only 3 carbs per serving. Okay? And then you're going to need a mixer. You're going to need some almond flour, some blended vanilla flavor, and some stevia sweet drops. This is optional. Some people just use the erythritol. Some use just the drops. For the best flavor, I heard, combine them both. I had them both, so I'm going to use them both. So we're going to start by taking the cream cheese. I'm putting it in there, and a stick of butter. All right, I'm glad. These are softened pretty well. Okay, so we have that so far. We want to take our... All right, guys, so full disclosure, the battery kind of wonked out on us, or the memory card. So I'm not exactly sure where we left off, but we I believe I left off with combining 2-to-1 ratio of cream cheese, Philadelphia cream cheese, to 1 stick of butter. It combined nicely because it was at room temperature. This does not have any eggs in it, so it's safe to eat. This is a safe to eat, no bake cookie dough, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is add the rest of my ingredients. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of erythritol, sugar sweetener. I am going to add some vanilla. I'm going to add, they said about 20 to 30 drops of this stevia, liquid stevia. I've never used this before, actually. It's the first time. So it comes with a little eyedropper. Let's see. Let's see. 2, 3. What I'm going to do is add just a pinch of Himalayan salt. 1/2 cup of almond flour. And that is it for the ingredients. Let's try mixing these one more time. Okay, so this is looking good. I want to get every bit in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is just add the little chocolate chips. You could add more or less or not at all, depending on your taste. I'm going to add it in, but instead of mixing it this time, I'm just going to like fold them in. And what you want to do in this section right here is fold them in gently, but also scrape the sides. I want it kind of in the middle of the bowl, because what I'm going to do next is pop this in the refrigerator to let this set a little for about 45 to 60 minutes. Okay, so because we want it to be somewhat malleable, but also, you know, scoopable, but also kind of like a little bit of hardness to get into with your scoop, because you want it to set up a little. Okay, so we're going to pop this in the fridge for 45 to 60 minutes. Yeah. All right, so we'll see you in a couple seconds. All right, guys, so we're back after about 45, 50 minutes, and I was afraid the consistency wouldn't be right after that time, but it held it pretty well. It's solidified, but it's not too solid where you can't like take scoops out of it. So let's try scooping them out. Oh, okay.
Blah.
That worked. I've actually never used an ice cream scoop before. I usually just stick a spoon in the gallon and eat it.
Cash.
Good times. Every Friday night of my youth. Okay.
That looks good.
Yeah. So I'm using a much bigger scoop than probably you really should have, because it's supposed to come out to about 12 servings. I'm going to put the ingredients down below in the description. I'm going to put the macros and the instructions on how to do this and exactly what you need to do it. From what I heard, they taste a little bit on the cheesecake side, because it uses, you know, a lot of butter and a lot of cheesecake. I mean, a lot of cream cheese. So I'm all fine with that. So, all right. So you get the gist. I'm going to take a little taste. I like it. Definitely satisfies your sweet tooth. They are correct when it tastes a little bit like cheesecake, but I'm fine with that. The normal recipe usually has 12 servings, and it's a little over 2 carbs for each scoop on a regular serving. Should last about 2 weeks in the refrigerator. I doubt these are going to last that long.
Ooh, they look good.
Yeah. But I'm happy with the way they came out. They taste excellent, and I'll definitely be making these again. So, guys, if you like what you saw and you want some more content, just hit the subscribe button, like it, comment, give a thumbs up, share. We thank you for your continued support, and I'll see you next time.